Welcome to Face, the program
that frontally discusses
political and social issues in Nigeria. The weekly program brought to you on Wednesday by 6 p.m. Nigerian time, anchored by Prince Ewemade Concourse, powered by GCSDN.
Join us.
Good. Hello. Good evening to all our wonderful viewers all over the world, and welcome to Face program. This is the program where we frontally discuss political and social issues in Nigeria. This weekly program is brought to you every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Nigerian time, anchored by my humble self, Prince Ewemade Concourse. Today we are having a special program. The topic for today is Meet the Man Behind Revolution Without Ammunition, and the founder of GCSDN, Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, Dr. Frederick Omoyoma Odorige. I'm going to be bringing him to the studio now to join us for today's discussion. Dr. Frederick, you are welcome to the program today.
I salute you, Prince. Good to be here.
How are you today, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Good to see you. Yeah, we are going to be having some discussions with you today around the establishment of Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. And also, you are the man behind Revolution Without Ammunition. I personally call you the Balogun of Revolution. Let's get to the program, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. What does GCSDN do as an organization?
You know, thank you very much for having me, and thank you to all our viewers. GCSDN simply means the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. Our job is simple. We are here to promote democracy and security in Nigeria, and we also embark on various humanitarian activities. Our headquarters is based in Texas, United States of America, and we are in 26 Nigerian states and in 40 countries all over the world.
Thank you so much. I want to personally salute your courage. I want to also, on behalf of GCSDN, to say a big thank you for all that you've been doing today and the one that you are yet to do on behalf of GCSDN. You and your organization have been doing a wonderful job. I am also aware of a lot of humanitarian service the organization is also into, and a program that runs every day on a weekly basis. You have a program called Face to Face, which is the program I personally anchor. We have the Peace Setter, we have the Poto, we have Soli, which is your Saturday weekly program. We have Eyes on Corruption. We also have a Know Your Budget and Nigerian Constitution. I want to personally thank you for the service to your people and to your fatherland.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure. If we don't do it, nobody can do it for us.
Thank you. What prompted you to establish the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria?
Yes, that is where we have the word coalition. I don't usually want to take the glory as being the sole founder of the coalition, because it all started when people started to advise me that we should start a movement. Because when I started my doing videos and addressing some critical issues in Nigeria, people started to suggest that it's high time we started a movement. And that was how we started the European Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria. And when the members started to expand outside Europe, we found it pertinent to change the name, and that is why we changed it. We removed it from European to Global Coalition. So it's the encouragement of the people that really catapulted the formation of the coalition.
Thank you so much. Our viewers all over the world, you're also part of this program for today. Your comment is highly welcome, and I'm going to be showing some of the program or projects that Global Coalition for Security and Democracy has done in the past. I'm going to start with the recent one, which is the quiz competition anchored by our brother, Dr. Edmond Eke, who is the project administrator.
Invitation. Principals and proprietors of public and secondary schools in Nigeria are hereby invited to register 2 of their students for the first national quiz competition on the Nigerian Constitution for secondary schools in Nigeria. Commencement date 1st October 2022. Deadline for registration 15th August 2022. Registration fee free. Venue virtual. Prizes to be won by the 6 best schools include millions of naira, laptops, copies of the Nigerian Constitution, and lots more. Please request a free application form by sending an email to write.gcsdn@gmail.com or gcsdn@gcsdn.org. You cannot stand for your rights if you don't know your rights.
This project is powered by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria, GCSDN, and the RescueMe App Data and Media Limited.
Signed, Dr. Edmond Ike, Project Administrator.
The GC, I want you to, enlighten the public a little bit about this particular project that your organization has embarked upon. For those of our viewers who are not aware of the project, so they can hear directly from you today.
The quiz competition is the first of its kind and is simply for Nigerian secondary schools. The idea is to test their knowledge of the Nigerian Constitution. So we're going to start the program on the 31st of October. Application forms are on now. They are free. So if you attended a secondary school or you know people that attended secondary schools, please share the message to them. They can collect the forms. The forms are free. And the last date, the deadline for the submission of application forms is 15th of September. So we're going to have these schools come together online in this kind of online program. They are not going to travel on the Nigerian roads. Nigerian is not really safe now. So it's going to be online like this. We bring the schools together. There will be qualification stage until we get to the sixth position, and they are going to win prizes, cash prizes, computers, and all that. The idea is to make the people to know their constitution, and as they grow, they should be able to know their rights, because if you don't know your rights, you cannot stand up for your rights.
Thank you so much. You just heard directly from the horse's mouth what the quiz competition, the purpose, the aim of establishing the quiz competition in order to educate the Nigerian student about their right. Because if you don't know your right, you cannot stand up for your right, which is very true. So I'm going to show another project again for our audience to see. Yes, we just saw a video of an app called Rescue Me and the Rescue Me app. Could you please speak a little bit, just a little bit about the Rescue Me app so that for those our viewers who are not aware of the app, so they can also hear directly from you today, sir?
The video you showed now, we could see the video, but we're not hearing the audio.
Okay.
The first one you showed about the quiz, the same thing.
Okay.
So maybe we should just be talking about them and not showing the video. Maybe there's a technical error somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So
Thank you.
the app is the Rescue Me Now app. Every Nigerian that is conscious of security must download this app. You simply go to the Google Play Store and it's there. Download Rescue Me Now app. The app is very easy to use, very user friendly. Even when you don't have internet, you can also connect. The idea is that if somebody's about to be kidnapped, raped, or robbed, there are some numbers that are being imputed into the system. If you are in Lagos, for example, all the security agencies, their numbers are there. You just click on SOS and immediately it will send messages to the 10 numbers that you have imputed into your own telephone. Because what we did is that we put all the telephone numbers of security agencies in each of the states, including the FCT. Then you have to just pick the note from those numbers, which one you want to add. Then you pick from that of your friends or family, you add them. So maximum 10. So in case of emergency, you just click SOS. Automatically, it will send messages to them and it will locate where you are and help will come. That is just about the app. And I really
Thank you.
encourage everybody to download it. It's very easy
Thank
to use.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Yeah, I'm going to go back to the questions for today because I have quite a lot of questions for you, and I think if you could address them in probably 2 minutes each. My third question for you today is: what were you trying to achieve when you established the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria?
The idea is to build a citizen-owned government. The government of Nigeria is too far from the Nigerian people. When some people are in government, they just feel that they are the owners of the country because they have the sirens, they have the mobile police escorting them. One person will be moving, you see 10 mobile policemen following them, and the rest of the people are living in insecurity. And all these things they are doing it from corruption. How do you secure yourself and your families and the other people are not secured? How do you start to eat well and you're happy in your air conditioned houses, your electricity is generator and solar panel, but all around you everybody's house is dark, and when you are driving out of your main gate, people are shouting alaye chamo chamo. What kind of life is that? So we want to take back the country, give it back to the people. And the only way you can do that is to give the people their voice back because politicians have stolen the dignity of the people. We want our dignity to be returned. We want people to be emboldened enough to talk, to express themselves, to stand up for their rights, to challenge the anomalies in government. This is what we want to do. We want to be a watchdog for transparency and accountability because whatever is money or fund in Nigeria is our commonwealth. We want to be a voice of the voiceless. We want to be a trusted partner for sustainable democracy and security in Nigeria. That is what we stand out to achieve. And we hope that as we do all of these activities, Nigerians should begin to key into what we're doing, join us, and definitely, if we put heads together, we can begin to see and enjoy the Nigeria of our dreams. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Looking back on how it all started, do you think you have been able to address some issues that prompted you to establish the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria?
We are trying. We're trying our own little way. Look. For example, look at these programs that you just mentioned. Now, we have raised funds to empower some people that are economically disadvantaged, physically challenged. We've tried to do all of that. We've challenged a senator who forged a bill from Singapore, you know, and was trying to bring about this social media manipulation bill. I discovered that he copied it from the Parliament of Singapore. We exposed him. We have stopped the Minister of Water Resources from coming to Hungary to borrow 54 million euro, purportedly that he wants to use it for the study of the reasons for the overflowing of River Niger and River Benue. We stopped him right here. In fact, he cannot come to Hungary where I live because we want to let them know that, look, we know what you are doing. As we are talking now, we are investigating how $8.5 million was spent by the federal government of Nigeria in evacuating 1,500 Nigerians from the conflicts in Ukraine. And so far, the report that we have received from the National Emergency Management Agency shows that there is huge corruption that has gone on in that project. And we are going to take steps, and Nigerians will hear what we are going to say about this, because this is a country that is borrowing to pay salaries. This is a country where 15.5 million children are on the street. 15.5 million children is 12 countries. Is the population of 12 countries in Europe. So some persons will just start to use our commonwealth as if it's their personal thing, and it's worse. It's getting worse every day. So there are many things we are doing. We traveled to the World Bank in the US, telling them to stop borrowing, lending money to Nigeria. When we did this in December 2019, people thought we were too forward. Today, Nigerians can see we are highly indebted, over 40-something billion dollars in debt. If Nigerians are joining us to say, okay, let us protect, let us stop this borrowing, maybe by now things would have been better. But today, Nigeria is now borrowing to even pay interest for loans that were borrowed. So all of these things are things that we are standing up against, and we hope to do more. We are going to be speaking on international fora where we are supporting the return of stolen artifacts to Nigeria. So we're doing a lot for now, and we hope that we shall continue to grow.
Thank you. What are some of the challenges faced by the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria as of today?
One of the challenges is that the voice of the people, the voice of the Nigerian people, has not become loud the way we want. It's not as loud as how we want it. Nigerians, we have an irresponsible citizenry. I don't mean like I'm trying to insult people, but when you say somebody is irresponsible, it means that the person is not taking responsibility over what he or she is supposed to do. That is one of our challenges. What am I saying? I'm saying that Nigerians are still too silent, too quiet to the malfeasance of government. You see many wrongdoings in the country, but Nigerians are just keeping quiet. That is why I say that we are an irresponsible people, because government is not just about the people that are in office, it's also about the followers. So if we have an undisciplined people that are not disciplined to take up their responsibilities, to stand up for their right, then it becomes an irresponsible citizenry. Now, if we tolerate what we tolerate in Nigeria as a people, nobody in a normal society will tolerate it. In our presence, in our presence, the Minister of Agriculture is now claiming to have spent 18.9 billion naira to clear grasses during the pandemic, and we are silent. A people that know what they are doing, we move, we mobilize, stop the National Assembly, make sure that that Minister of Agriculture resigns, make sure that is prosecuted. But we just hear one bad news after the other, and all our people just say, it's na so we see amo, na so we see amo. How can you hear that an accountant general has stolen 180 billion naira in a normal society, and that kind of person will still be talking? Tomorrow, that person will stand up one day that he wants to be a governor of his state. How can we be silent when in the midst of abject poverty, a president is donating 1.4 billion naira to Niger Republic to buy vehicles? When our soldiers are being killed, when Nigerian youths are being highly unemployed, all of these things are happening because Nigerians are quiet. Nigerians are quiet. So that is one of the challenges that we have. Now, apart from all of this silence, the worst type of silence is when you see that they are killing your neighbors and you keep quiet. If you look at the killing that is going on now, if you look at how General Buhari and Osinbajo, they have surrendered some parts of the country to terrorists. Nigerians don't seem to understand what is going on. And this is not something we must accept from them. Okay, people will say they will tell you, oh no, we are afraid to come out. You see what they did with NSAS. Look, the killing of people in NSAS is supposed to have even catapulted more demonstrations. We cannot chicken out. You cannot
Yeah.
talk about fighting this kind of political vampires without shedding blood. Since we started to be afraid after killing during NSAS, has killing stopped? Has it stopped? It has not stopped. So when you see an irresponsible citizenry, it becomes a challenge to what we're doing. How can we hear as a people that our government has borrowed $1.9 million to construct railway to Niger Republic without counterpart funding from Niger Republic, and people people are keeping quiet? So
sorry, I might have to
yeah,
interrupt you here due to time
okay,
schedule.
yeah.
Yeah, the issue of Niger Republic you just talked about. Now I'm going to be having a topic on that about if Buhari is actually a Nigerian. I'll be happy to bring you to the studio so we can also discuss that maybe next week or a week after. Anyway, let me go back to my question. How can someone become a member of the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria?
It is very simple. We have chapters in 26 Nigerian states, and whoever wants to be a member, just send us an email. We know where you are residing, then we connect you to the chapter there, because we operate on WhatsApp. The only physical office we have is our headquarters in Texas. So what we do with all our chapters is WhatsApp group in all of these states and in the 40 countries. So that is how we communicate. You join. There is free. Everything what we do is free. But if you're also led, you can just maybe pay some annual dues to support what we're doing. Sometimes we have some programs if you like donating anything, but it's just obligatory. So it's very easy to join our coalition. So wherever you are, in any country all over the world, if we are not in that country, if you tell us that you want to join, or we don't have a chapter in that country, we just make you one of the coordinators and we can start a chapter there. So the idea is to expand the awareness reason that GCSDN is standing out for.
Thank you. How do you see the Global Coalition for Security and Democracy in Nigeria 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I would like to see the coalition operating in at least 100 Nigerian countries, 100 countries all over the world, and at least throughout the 36 states of Nigeria within the next 5 years. It might not be up to that 5 years, but I just want to make sure that I'm just a bit conservative about it. But definitely within the next 5 years, I see us as the voice that people can rely on. As we are, most of us are in diaspora, but it will interest you that many people complain to us from Nigeria, despite the fact that we have our limitations to what we can do within the Nigerian space. They complain to us. That is why we try to make sure we empower our people in Nigeria and to solidify our chapters in Nigeria. So by the time we do this, people will now know that, yes, they have a platform that they belong to. So that is what we hope to do in the near future. We want to be the voice of the voiceless. We want to be people that want to be an organization that is for everybody. It's not a political party.
Thank you. What role will GCSDN play in the forthcoming general election in Nigeria?
In October, we are coming up with our normal program. First and foremost, we are going to have a poll, a global poll on the 23rd of October. And this global poll, we are going to list the 15 candidates. From this month of September, we are going to start the publicity. People will come to our website and they will start to vote for their preferred presidential candidate. The presidential candidate that has the highest vote is the person we are going to support in the 2023 elections. So that is the first thing we are going to do. So immediately the campaign officially opens by INEC, then we, after our own global poll, we are going to start campaign full blast. This time around, we're not campaigning for political parties, we're campaigning for the individuals that we know that can give us the Nigeria of our dream. We're also going to have observers in conjunction with INEC. GCSDN is going to have observers in all of these polling units, or most of these polling units, where we shall monitor the elections, because most of these presidential candidates you are seeing today, they're not interested in how the people will vote. They are more interested in how they can rig the election, or how they can cause chaos in places where they know that they will not have votes. So we are going to be ready to be doing all of these things, real surveillance, so that the votes of the people will count. But we also use the opportunity to call on the Nigerian youths that if you miss it in 2023, you might have missed it forever. So if you are going to be a political thug, or you have been a political thug, you are strongly advised to stop. We're not begging you, we're warning you. Because by that 2023, Nigerians are very angry. So anybody that wants to be a thug, to truncate the will of the Nigerian people, might not be alive to see a good Nigeria that will come as from 2023. So if you are a thug, or the father or the mother of a thug, you better advise your children, because Nigerians are angry.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Since security is one of your activities, how can the security challenges of Nigeria be addressed?
First, there has to be a political will. You can see that General Buhari has no political will to fight insecurity in Nigeria. He has no political will. You know, when he came in 2015, he was boasting how he will stop Boko Haram within 6 months and all that. He's an army general, he has gone to war and all that. But we can now see what is happening. We cannot see what is happening. He has no political will. Terrorists have told him that he knows what they want. So for them to have said that is because they have spoken with them before. So for all of these things to be happening, terrorists can boast that we are going to kidnap your president. Terrorists cannot be attacking the convoy of the president. You know, so when all of these things is happening and the president is doing nothing, it is because there is a connivance somewhere. How can you tell me that Nigeria, with 12 Tucano jet and different ammunitions, with which they can even attack these people on air, they are now being attacked by people using Okada? It is because there's no political will. So then, first and foremost, there must be a political will to fight terrorism. And I don't see it happening in this government of Buhari, because what Buhari is doing is creating the ground for terrorists to take over Nigeria. And that is what Nigerians must not accept. Because if we are if we are lucky to have an election in 2023, to be a miracle. It'll be election in 2023. It's going to be a miracle. So if there must be an election, then the security challenges is something that the Nigerian army must take very seriously, because it seems that soldiers are being restricted from taking action, because the Nigerian soldiers that I know, that I see, are very able, are very capable, but they are being restricted. Because how can you imagine, for example, that the president of Nigeria from Katsina State today is one of the unsafest states in Nigeria? The killing, the kidnapping, how can you conduct election in places like Batsari, Jibia, Damosa, Safana, Sabua, those places in Katsina State? How can you conduct election there? It is because the president has lost control. And most of all these governors, they are stealing security votes. So one way to address the issue of security is to have the political will by the leaders and to stop giving security votes to all these state governors, because they are stealing the money. Instead of that, employ more security personnel, the money you are using to give to pay governors every month, which they are pocketing, that money has to go towards paying salaries of new recruits. That is what we should be doing. Theodore Oji, when he was governor of Abia State, pocketed security votes 500 million naira every month for 8 years, and that gave us that amounted to 48 billion. So how can you operate like that? People pocket security votes. You understand? So he allegedly collected this money and he defended it somehow. Today, that kind of person is a senator making laws for Nigeria. How can you go to a place like Sokoto State now, for example, where at least 11 local government out of 23 are under control of Boko Haram? There are cities, places you cannot even near. Even Nigerian soldiers cannot near them in Sokoto State. Places like Ilela, Tanga, Kebe, Wono. How can you go to places like that? Niger State, for example, 7 local governments, especially Shiro local government area of Niger State. Those places are under the rule of terrorists. Our compatriots pay taxes to them. How can you operate like that? The governor, that flippant governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, 2015, I say he was criticizing the previous government about insecurity and all that. Today, he pockets security votes, and Kaduna State, he confessed that Kaduna State now has a parallel government, a government ruled by terrorists, another one ruled by El-Rufai. He could not even take off security in his state. So how can you have elections in a state like that? Then don't just forget about Zamfara State, because almost all of the local government areas in Zamfara State have been taken over by terrorists. How can you conduct election, for example, in places like Maru, Safe, Bakura, Anka, Maradin, Gusau, Bukuyon, Shinkafi areas in Zamfara? So you cannot conduct election there. So if there's a political way to fight them, what Nigeria needs to do, apart from having our 12 Tucano joints, go and buy only 2 Predator B. Predator B is something that is a drone you can just send to go and destroy without moving.
I know.
So why is the government not doing all of this?
He was continuing to speak, and he will speak for the next one. So what I want you to do is just summarize your final word in 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Your advice to Nigeria, and whatever you want to say to them in 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, my fellow compatriots. We shall all be alive to enjoy the Nigeria of our dream. We did not escort anybody to Nigeria. Open your mouth and speak out. Stand up from where you have been sitting since 1960. Let us take back our country with our voters card come 2023. And the time has come for us to say no. This no is going to be the final no. Either we do this or we just begin to tell ourselves that we have finally failed. God forbid.
Thank you so much, my global coordinator, Dr. Frederick Odorige. It was really nice to have you on this program today. Fellow Nigerians, we have come to the end of today's segment. 2023 election is just a few months away. The Oduduwa agitation, they did their best. The Arewa people also did their best. The Biafrans, they also did their best. But there's one particular people in our society that have not tried, which is the women, our mothers, our sisters, our wife. I want to use this opportunity to call upon them. It is time for them to take Nigeria back, because no woman, no nation. If that was to be true, therefore, our women should rise up and take Nigeria back. They should lead the protest. Do whatever it takes to liberate Nigeria from the hands of this kaka worm and palmer worm that we have in our today's society. We want a better Nigeria for our children yet unborn, for those who are alive and those who are yet unborn. We want a better Nigeria for them. We cannot afford to leave the Nigeria of today for the next generation. It will be unfair to them, because what we have from our forefather was quite different from the Nigeria of today. My people, prepare to take your country back. Our women, you must liberate Nigeria. It is your turn to liberate Nigeria, because the DSS, the SSS, the police, the army, they will not dare shoot aside or shoot any of the women that will go to the street to protest or to take the country back. Until next week, same time, same place, I say adios.